Hello, this is Dr. Mitch Freeman from Yuma, Arizona. This is not a medical video. This is a video to expose the corruption within our Yuma County Sheriff Office. I'm going to start with the summary. This is going to be a long video, about an hour video, but the summary will be a couple minutes. If you are interested in finding the details and the whole video of the body camera with all the details, then you watch the whole video. But if you want just the summary, here's the summary for you. Yuma, Arizona is the third metropolitan in Arizona. Yuma County Sheriff Office has the worst score of a police scorecard.org. And the reason it's the worst, because no one complained like what I'm doing. And if you don't complain, they will continue doing the same thing, and corrupt deputies will be there, and that corruption will be systemic and spreads. But if we do our job complaining and exposing the corruption, is not going to continue. Citizens of Yuma, it is time to unite and expose the corruption within our sheriff's office. With unbeatable evidence from body cameras, we must all take stands to demand justice and accountability. Together, we can put an end to this, but it will persist if we remain silent. If everyone does what I'm doing, this will put an end to it. I complained to the Yuma County Sheriff when I did not get the right response, and they blew me off completely. I'm doing this video and I'm sending it to the Arizona Attorney General and to the United States Attorney General, and see if they will be okay with that. They will definitely not be okay with it. So the story goes like the following. My immediate family, my wife and 3 kids, my wife was driving them to school on a morning of September 8, 2021. They were driving a 3-year-old Buick, 2018 Buick Enclave, and they were T-boned by an irresponsible driver that did not stop at the stop sign and a flashing red light. And the deputy that came and arrived to the scene and did the report committed tons and tons and tons of violation. You can pause the screen and read these violations. This video will include evidence tampering, obstruction of justice, falsifying report or misrepresentation, misconduct in public office or perjury, selective enforcement or bias, abuse of power, unprofessional conduct, intimidation and coercion. There was 3 witnesses on the scene. He put no witnesses in his report. This is witness number 1. This is witness number 2 that told him the red Honda driver drove through the stop sign, but that's not what he put. And this is a list of witnesses that I collected. That should be his job, collecting names of witnesses and phone numbers, but he put there's no known witnesses. And then in his ticket, he put lighter violation, not the real violation. Why? It's all because the other driver that caused the accident was the daughter of the county jail commander, who was on the scene. Even though his daughter was not hurt and she was the one that caused the accident, he stayed on the scene until everyone left. Even the matter of the crash impact, he didn't care about putting it right. He didn't put a T-bone or angle front to side. He put others. And he put the sunlight was in the Honda driver face, but it was actually in my wife's face. That's all to make the ticket easier. You see the sun here? It was on the side of the Honda driver. Actually, the Honda driver was in the shade. There was huge trees on her right side, shading her from the sun. And here in the violation behavior, he put failed to yield for the right of way. He should have put ran a stop sign and disregarded a flashing red traffic light signal. And here he fudged how he interacted with her. And he put that she came to a complete stop. Of course. That's not what the witness told him. And then he even put that I, Mitch Freeman, would not let the paramedics do their job. You'll see the video. And then he was aggressive towards me and towards my wife. And he ran driver's license for my wife for wants and warrants, but he did not run it for the other driver, which he should have done it for the driver that caused the accident. But he did not do that. He did it for my wife. He was hoping to catch something on her, but she has a clean record. And as we walking away, he was making an obscene gesture. Then he told the paramedic commander, "You didn't see that, okay?" And that by itself, him saying that, that's obstruction of justice, intimidation, coercion. The EMS commander himself has duty to report this incident. And the driver that caused the incidents, inappropriate affect, lack of empathy, detached or unconcerned attitude, and they were both almost flirting together. And this is a post from her own Facebook, how she would ignore a car next to her after almost crashing. And another Facebook post when she says, she comments here, if the popo didn't see it, it didn't happen. And this is her dad. He's the commander for the county jail, Captain Kelly Milner. His presence on the scene with his daughter was not hurt. Being an adult, showing up with a uniform is a conflict of interest, abuse of power, bias and favoritism, and undue influence. And then he goes and BS about me with the paramedic and right away mute his body cam. And that is called tampering with evidence and professional conduct, violation of department policy, and lack of integrity. And then when I complained to the sheriff's office, I get the answer says, no violation of office policies. My response to their response is, this is a failure of oversight, lack of accountability, conflict of interest, and whitewashing. And this is the picture of the Sergeant Voss, who was the supervisor on the scene. He is the same supervisor that was there when I was falsely arrested. He gave the order of my arrest, and I think he is probably likely the source of the conspiracy that flipped the narrative when I called to hand them criminals. Instead, I was arrested for aggravated assault that I'm currently fighting the charges. And he's there imprinting my image and my truck image in his memory for a later day. The rest of the video will be detailed of the body cam, Arizona Attorney General, and to the United States Attorney General. This is not going to be just a statement. This is going to be a statement telling you a story, and I'm showing you evidence of police report, pictures, video from a body cam of the sheriff involved, and a response of a sheriff office to a complaint I submitted that they completely blew it off, and they said everything was good and kosher and no misconduct and no, my complaint was unfounded. Now let's see if anyone with common sense, when they see the evidence I'm going to show you, if you're going to say there's no misconduct or corruption. So the story I'm going to tell you is about a car accident. Thank God no one was killed. My wife was seriously injured. My kids were all restrained with seatbelt, and they were in a 3-year-old Buick Enclave that protected them, protected their life. It did the job, and the car was totaled. This case I'm presenting that shows the corruption and police misconduct and perjury and more other things. This is the first case of 3 cases I'm going to be doing. This video is going to be just about this car accident case. And there's another one is going to be about a criminal assault against a minor. And a third one that was a made-up allegation against me, that for that I was arrested, and I'm currently waiting for the trial, my own criminal trial. You'll see in a future video the details. Now, this was an incident that happened in September of 2021. The information I'm going to be presenting is information I collected by chatting with ChatGPT. If you don't know what is ChatGPT, it's an artificial intelligence language model that can understand and generate human-like text based on textbook and information that's fed by OpenAI, the company that makes it. It has very intelligent and very credible information. It's been very helpful because where I live in Yuma, Arizona, there's no attorney that takes these cases. No attorney will talk to you. And I believe the court, the sheriff's office, the attorneys all keep things quiet, because guess what? Yuma Sheriff's Office, they have never been challenged with any false arrests. They've never been challenged with anything big because everyone keep it hush hush. Interestingly, with my research, I found a website. It's called Police Scorecard. Yuma County has the worst scorecard of all the counties in Yuma, Arizona. Hand down the worst in Yuma, Arizona. This complaint or rant will be about, I'm gonna let my computer speaks, let Siri reads this for you and you listen to it.
When a police officer engages in the behaviors you describe, it can be referred to as police misconduct or police corruption. More specifically, intentionally omitting accident witnesses. This can be called evidence tampering or obstruction of justice. Intentionally providing incorrect environmental weather factors. This is falsifying a report or misrepresentation. Ignoring witness statements and mischaracterizing traffic violations. This can be misconduct in public office or perjury if it involves lying under oath. Running the driver's license for the victim but not for the driver causing the accident. This can be seen as selective enforcement or bias. Acting aggressively towards the victim and their family while being friendly to the causing driver due to favoritism. This can be called abuse of power or nepotism. Overall, such actions demonstrate a significant breach of duty and ethical standards, and they undermine public trust in law enforcement.
So I'm a medical doctor, I'm a family doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not in law enforcement. From my observation, these are the infractions and the stuff that I was able to see. I'm sure any policeman or lawyer look at these things, they will look at the video and the event, they will find more things. But these are the things that I can find. And then when I complained to the sheriff's office, they told me everything was good. And this is the comments I got from ChatGPT, what they call the Yuma Sheriff Office action when they don't do their investigation and their internal affair investigation. It's like nothing happened.
When you complain to the sheriff's office and they conduct an internal review, only to conclude that everything was fine despite evidence to the contrary, this is often referred to as internal cover-up or institutional protectionism. More formally, this can be described as failure of oversight, when internal review mechanisms fail to address genuine issues, lack of accountability, when there is no accountability for officers' actions, conflict of interest, when the review process is biased due to the department's interest in protecting its members, whitewashing, when the investigation is conducted superficially or dishonestly to exonerate the officer. These terms imply that the internal review process is not impartial and is designed to protect the officers and the institution rather than seek justice or address misconduct.
Now, I'm gonna start running the video and I'm gonna pause the video. The video is gonna be from the sheriff body cam. I'll tell you briefly about what the accident was about. So my wife and 3 kids were driving. My wife was taking my kids to school in the morning, and she called me. She said, we were involved in an accident, come please. And they were like half a mile from the house. So I got right away in the car, and I was there before EMS, before the sheriff were there. And the kids were fine, minor bumps and scratches from the seatbelt and the airbags. My wife was still in the vehicle. The accident was, my wife was driving with right-of-way about 50 miles an hour speed, and a red Honda driver ignored red flashing light and a stop sign, and she failed to stop and hit my wife's SUV and she hit the SUV from the passenger side all the way from the front tire to the back tire, caused my wife's car to flip multiple times this way and spin. So the car was flipping and spinning multiple directions and ended up flipping a couple times and landed on its tire, thankfully. By the time I got there, my kids were out of the vehicle. My wife was still in the vehicle in the driver's seat because she broke a rib and a vertebrae. She couldn't get out of the vehicle. She was in a lot of pain. You'll see in the video. And I'm a family doctor with 10 years experience in emergency medicine. And I can treat her, I can take care of her, I can take care of them. And I made evaluation of all of them on the scene and decided she doesn't need to go to the emergency room. But the sheriff was upset and yelling at me because my wife doesn't want to go to the emergency room and waste her day in the emergency room. I don't want her to go to the emergency room because she's going to go to the local emergency room. She's going to spend a whole day, see a physician assistant to tell her, go follow up with your primary care doctor, who is me. And I'm there telling him, she doesn't need to go to the emergency room. I can take care of her. And I don't know why he didn't like it. And he was yelling at me. So, and you'll see the rest of I will run the video. I will pause the video and explain a few things as we go.
Are you guys here? You? Are you okay? Are you hurting? I'll be right there with you.
Look at the direction he is running is actually the direction my wife was driving from west to east in the morning. And you can see the sun was in her face. Later in the report, you'll see that he wrote the sun was in the driver's face. Actually, the other driver, face is the one with this red Honda that was going north in the morning. And actually where she was parked, she was actually in the shade. There was huge trees and palm trees on her right side. So she was actually in the shade. And I took some pictures in that day in the morning, that time of the day, and she was in the shade. My wife was coming from the west to the east, and the Honda driver was going north and did not stop at the stop sign. I was on the scene before the deputies and before the EMS arrived, and I told my kids to sit on the tailgate in my truck. This is my black Tacoma. They're sitting in the back of it with their backpack with them. And my wife was still in the driver's seat, sitting.
Yeah, she's the one in black right there, bro. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
You guys okay?
Yeah. What happened? You probably won't believe me, but we were driving down, and then we were driving. We had the right way, no stop sign and everything. And there was this car, and it was too late, and we couldn't stop. And
Who was with you guys? Is your mom with you guys?
My mom and
Sit right here, bro.
she's just in the car right now.
Okay, and it's all three of you guys, and you guys? It's three, it's all three and your mom?
Yeah.
Just sit right here, dude.
Is mom
Mom's in the
okay?
car. We gotta get
Yeah.
out.
Are you
My
with?
husband, she called me and I came.
Okay,
That's my
right here, dude.
Our mom's
down
in
there,
the
sir.
car.
So it looked like she's coming down this way, and this car didn't stop for the stop sign and just hit them. They flipped twice, and they ended up
Okay.
here.
And
My-
all three kids with her?
Yeah, they were all in the car going
Okay,
to school.
stay with your kids. I'll be right back. You guys are good? Awesome. Three kids, how's she doing?
She's right there.
Okay. Hi, how you doing? How's she doing, bro?
He said that she's fine. Talking to her right now.
Okay. Okay, three kids are good. And so the other girl looks alright.
Who's in the red car?
There's a girl with black pants with the gray t-shirt.
Okay.
I think somebody else is talking to her. She's standing by the corner.
Over there in the corner.
Yeah. Wow. They can't.
So five
Turn around, bro. Come on.
occupants, one patient.
Yeah. 1, 3, 4. 4 in this one, and her over there only. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
This is the first witness that in his report, he reported no witnesses. Listen what the witness is telling him.
You're the one in black?
I'm in the black.
No, you're fine. What
Okay.
did you see everything?
I was behind another vehicle.
What happened?
What happened was that this gal was coming down the road here, and this gal pulled out in front of her.
Gotcha.
Basically, I think she was in a hurry, and she just cut
Maybe.
out.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
I'm guessing, but
No,
that's all.
that's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, I gave the gentleman my phone number. I'm
Awesome.
Barbara.
Thank
so,
you.
If you don't need me, I can.
No, you're good to go.
work.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I'm the truck driver. I witnessed
This is the second witness, the truck driver, and listen what she's gonna tell him. Again, his report says no witnesses.
coming from this direction,
Uh-huh.
but he has not taken my name or number. I don't know if anybody needs it.
No, it's fine. What did you see?
I witnessed this vehicle. I had the right of way.
You guys just
And,
coming this way?
Correct.
Okay.
And the red car came through the stop sign.
That's what I need. That's a
Yes.
story that says the same thing. I
Okay.
appreciate you. Thank you.
She just told him the red car came through the stop sign. Did not stop at the stop sign. It went through the stop sign. He told her, "You good to go."
She's going?
At this point, my wife is still sitting in the driver's seat. Paramedics were talking to her, and she was in a lot of pain to get out of the car.
Charles, Frank, Adam, 8313. Sir,
Yeah,
that's your wife, right?
Yeah.
What is her name?
Heather.
Heather?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what about your kids' names? Thank you. If I need anything else, I'll be right back, all right? I'm gonna go check on the other girl. You guys are good? Yeah. Go, go. Go, 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 go.
Notice the red Honda driver was standing behind the other person that's wearing sheriff uniform, and that is her dad. And then when she see Deputy Jose de la Cruz coming towards her, she goes to her car, to be next to it. This way he actually recognized her dad was the commander of the local Yuma prison, and see how he's gonna treat her and how is he gonna treat me and my wife.
Thank you, sir. Hi, how you feeling? You hurting?
No, I'm
No? What happened? Can you tell me what happened? Uh-huh.
And how courteous, when she bent over in front of him, he covers his body cam so his body cam doesn't show her behind bending over. Extra courteous.
Well, fine.
It was my fault. I didn't look again.
Uh-huh. Which way were you going?
I was going straight.
You coming this
I was
way?
going this way.
Okay. See, let's go to the corner real quick. I got to Arizona 28th when
Here he confirmed that is his daughter. He just walked behind her and she's telling him, yeah, smiley, like she didn't just almost kill the whole family. Check out her demeanor. I'm not going to say any comment, but observe her demeanor as someone just had an accident that almost killed 4 people with her negligence.
Okay, shit. Charles Frank Adam, 8313. Come on, guys. Son of a bitch. The second's gonna be Sam 5 Adam 76 boy, both Arizona.
He is talking with the dispatcher, giving them the license plate for both vehicles. But you'll see, even though he got her ID, driver's license, he never ran her driver's license like he is going to do for my wife. As if he was trying to see maybe my wife has some suspended license or warrant or something to make her illegally being on the road, so this girl will get with less, I would say, violation, and it will be my wife's fault that she's in the road and she's not supposed to be on the road. See how he's telling her what to say? They didn't tell him either or. He's just telling her what to say.
Okay. Just to let you know, from what everybody's telling me, you either ran the stop sign or you kind of like went way a little bit too far out into the intersection. That's what
I stopped.
Notice how friendly and smiley you can tell in his voice tone with her.
There was a car going,
Uh-huh.
and then I tried to go in right after that car because there was a semi coming.
Uh-huh.
And then when I looked over there, estaba allá, and era mi culpa, like I know it was, so it's okay. And she was coming over here, and when I went out, she tried to swerve around me, but I couldn't stop.
Yeah. Okay. Motherfuckers. This way.
This is the deputy to serve and protect. He's insulting people that they don't even know him. That is his attitude.
Yeah. Man, people, they see everything and they don't stop or anything. They just keep on going. Sorry about that, Isama. 623. 01.
Yeah.
3006 84 4797. And just see your address right on Verde?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you call 911? Were you one of the ones that called 911 or
No,
no?
I didn't come home. I
What's-
called my mom because she was
What's your phone number?
928
928?
30.
Okay, here you go. Just give that for now. Just give me a few minutes so we can clear everything out, alright? Sir, did you have the insurance card with you?
Yeah, I'm pulling her up right now.
Awesome.
Tell me, how come he did not ask her for her insurance card? Where's your license and registrations and everything? Why is he asking her dad?
Can you take a screenshot and send it to me?
Of course.
Now, I'm not accusing her father or mother of anything, but I want to explain this. This is a small town, and her mom is the pastor of the church that my wife and the kids go to. And she knows my wife very well. They know us very well. They know me, they know my wife very well.
Tow truck.
Yeah, 926.
Perfect.
I want to get volunteers for traffic control.
Yeah. Para la derecha, sí. You're gonna go right. No. You gotta go right. 12.9. That way. Sir, can we get a couple volunteers for traffic control? One of the vehicles is gonna be in the middle of an intersection. There's a lot of traffic.
Now he know who is the other driver. Look and compare his demeanor to me and my wife versus the other driver. You'll see how aggressive and yelling. Almost want to pick a fight with me.
He's trying to get her loaded up.
Okay. What does he want?
I don't think he wants her to go.
No?
No, I don't think so.
What?
The kids went to school.
I don't have an issue with that.
Okay.
I have an issue with this, with her. Why is she not going to the hospital?
I'll talk to her. Let me talk to her.
Talk to her how? For what?
He's saying he's an ER doctor and that he's going to take care of her. He's from the hospital.
That's what he's claiming?
Yeah, he's saying he's an ER.
So it is the patient's prerogative and right to ask if they want to be taken to the hospital or not. It is not the choice for the paramedics or the police, the deputies. I'm a physician. I worked in the emergency room for 10 years, and the paramedics know me, and the paramedics recognize me, even though I haven't worked in an emergency room for over 10 years, but I still know what you need to do, and if she's an emergency room material or not. But it looked like this deputy, he wants to spend his day in the emergency room, and he didn't like it when she said she doesn't want to go to the emergency room. I don't know what's up with that. He want to finish writing the report in the emergency room not on the road. He wanted to spend the rest of the day sitting, showing his badge to the CNAs and the nurses and the cleaning crew. Because if she goes to emergency, my wife goes to emergency room, she's going to be there all day long.
This is bullshit. What is she claiming?
Neck and back pain. She just got T-boned at 50 miles an hour, dude.
Paramedic is telling him he's an ER doctor and he's from the hospital, and they recognize me, they know me, and they're respecting my wishes, but it's the deputy that has a problem with it. I don't know why.
Hi, Heather. How you feeling? How about we get the ambulance to take you instead of your husband? You got back, neck pain.
It's okay. You know what?
You know that if you don't go to the hospital, if something happens to you,
See, right at this moment, I came and I know what he was trying to tell her, and this is something I hear a lot. People tell patients when they get involved in an accident. What he was trying to tell is, if you don't go to the hospital and you have any injuries, then your insurance is not going to cover it because you were ignoring your symptoms and your injuries, and your insurance is not going to cover it, which is not true. So I was trying to interrupt him and stopping him from saying that. He did not like it. Check this out.
Give me a minute. Step away from me.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Okay, you talk to her.
Yeah, I'm talking to her.
You go and talk to her. She's my wife.
I know.
It doesn't make any difference. No
It
matter
does
what
make
you
a
tell her.
difference.
Okay.
Step away. Good God.
So he's telling me to step away. He does not want to talk to my wife in my presence as if I'm... I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Huh? I just want to make sure that you're fine.
Let's not make it more stressful.
I know he is. Go ahead.
It's
Okay, you're going to go with them then?
I think I was taking her to the hospital myself. He didn't even know I'm just taking her home. She doesn't need to go to the emergency room. I can take care of her. Emergency room's not going to do anything to her. What she has is not something I cannot handle myself. And I can take care of her without making her spend a day in the emergency room with strangers that ask her questions instead of going home and relaxing, and I can give her medicine right away at home. I have everything she needs at home. She doesn't have that at the hospital, and no hassle. He did not like that. He thought I was going to take her to the hospital, not understanding, no, I'm taking her home. She doesn't need emergency room.
It's simple. They should be sufficed. And go ahead and start me the next one, call 926 for the Honda. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let you go to the hospital with your husband, all right? Okay.
Nothing?
Nothing.
An ID from her or something? I would greatly appreciate that, sir.
Heather, do you have an ID somewhere in there? Where's your purse at?
It's with my husband.
With your husband?
I got a signature.
Do you have her?
Okay.
Do you have her purse by any chance, Heather's?
Purse?
Yeah, her purse. Good. Well, well, they need her info, and I need her info
I
as
give
well.
them her info.
Driver's license and all that stuff. That's what I need. Thank you, appreciate it.
Sure.
So the fuck.
Need anything else?
That's it.
So here I'm going to get the driver's license and give it to him. And the first thing he would do is he's gonna run her license, her ID for wants and warrants. But he never did that for the other driver. If there's one driver he has to be doing that, it's the other driver, not the one that got hit. But he's wishing, he's hoping he will get something on my wife that make her illegally on the road.
Off my 9. I got 220 San Antonio. Heather Hill, Freeman. Give me 1 second. First one to be David 03.
He's now running her ID with dispatcher for once and
David
more.
06,
Again, he
84.
did not do that for the other
7.
driver.
I don't like that guy.
I don't like this
Me neither.
situation at all, dude.
Something happens to her.
See what he just told the paramedic? I don't like that guy. He meant me. So you are there to serve and protect, not to like and give your opinion about liking. Again, you're there to serve and protect, not to project your opinion about liking people or not. And his comment was inappropriate, showing his favoritism and how aggressive he is with me and my wife compared to the other driver, because who her dad was.
It's on him, not you guys. Make her sign the thing, and that's it.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a signature from you, sir.
That's
just
fine.
saying that you witnessed it.
I got you.
So by the way, for this services, the EMS, Rural Metro, they send us a bill for $600. I did not call them. My wife did not call them. They showed up. I'm not complaining they showed up, but without even transporting her, the bill was $600. Imagine how much it's going to be if they transport her. The car accident insurance will cover everything, but just saying, they're billing.
Officer De La Cruz.
De La Cruz, yeah. Yes, sir.
Signature on this, sir. What's your first name, sir?
Jose.
Jose.
Simon.
Okay.
You got everything you need from her?
I need to take a picture of that real quick.
And by the way, she's a physical therapist, so she knows. She's not like, doesn't know what's going on with her. And that's not her first car accident. Okay?
That's fine.
I was telling her my wife is a physical therapist and she knows her body. She's been in multiple accidents in the past. None of them were her mistake or her fault. And she knows when she needs to go to emergency room or not. She know better. And she hate going to the emergency room. And by the way, she hate doctors too. Right here, I was helping my wife get out of the car. She was, her left hand on my shoulder. I was walking her to my truck. She was in pain, and as we walked by him, he does some kind of gesture, flipped us or something. I'm not sure what he did, but after he did it, then he looked at the paramedic chief of the paramedic crew, tell him, you didn't see that, right? Okay. Cover each other. Check this out.
Sorry. You did not see that, okay? All right.
That was the EMS commander. He told him, you didn't see that, okay? So what is it that he didn't see? Something obscene and not nice that he did. I cannot tell. I was walking by and I have my back to him. But that commander saw what he did. Is he gonna say? I doubt he would.
Here you go. Perfect. You guys need anything else? Yeah. It's all fine now. My apologies. The 96 is going to be for both vehicles. both of them are gonna have heavy damage.
Alright. Before you leave, I will need a signature that you...
And all tires will be inflated. This side. Thank you.
See, now he's gonna go talk to the another person from the EMS crew, and he's gonna tell him something vulgar about me. You'll hear it, and then he mute his body cam after that.
Thank you. Good. Yeah, of course. That, dude, what the fuck's wrong with that guy?
That's what I said. Like,
See what just he told him? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? Time for chatting and gossiping, not doing their job. And I hate it when they let them mute their body cam. Taxpayer paid millions of dollars to have sheriffs and police to have body cam, not to get it muted. And this is not something personal you're talking about. You're talking about the victims of that accident. You're talking about them. In this situation, he should have not muted their body cam. But I guess in Yuma County, they can mute the body cam as long as they want, as much as they want, and it's okay. Because you know what? No one has ever complained. If people start complaining, then they will force them not to mute their body cam. But so far, they have been getting away with it. They mute everything they don't want you to hear, even if it's a conspiracy, like in my third case I'm gonna make. They mute their body cam. You don't hear what they're talking about you. They should not be muting their body cam. This is his supervisor. His name is Voss, V-O-S-S. His name and face will come up in the third case I'm going to present. He was the one that gave the order to flip the narrative and contribute to the conspiracy that led to my arrest falsely. And I guess he held a grudge from this day. That was September 2021. I was arrested November 2022. And see, he's gonna go gossip with him about me, and they will be pointing and talking, but you don't know what they're saying because, again, they mute their body cam. They both have body cams on, but they mute them and they allow them to do that. They allow them to mute those body cams that taxpayer paid millions of dollars for the name of transparency and fairness, but they do it their way. This all should not have been muted. They are still doing their job. They should not have their body cam muted. The rest of the video of the body cam was all muted. They're still conducting business. They're still discussing details about the accident in between themselves. This should not have been muted. Taxpayers are not paying millions of dollars to have these body cams hanging on them, not doing a job. It should not be muted. If there's something confidential that need to be muted, then their back office, they could mute those parts, which they do. But officers should not be allowed to mute while they're conducting police business. Now, I took my wife home and I went back to check on the SUV to see who's gonna take it, where it's gonna go. So when I went back, he asked me, did you take her to the hospital? I told him, no, I took her home. Why would I go to the hospital? They're just gonna waste our time and our day, and they're gonna tell her to follow up with her primary care, and I'm the primary care. I can take care of her home. And we were talking across the street, and cars were zipping by, and it was very noisy. And then all of a sudden he was telling me, so why are you screaming at me? Or why are you yelling at me? It's like, I'm talking to you across the street. I'm not yelling at you. He was like trying to escalate with me, trying to antagonize me. Maybe I'll be stupid enough to pick a fight with him so he can arrest me. But it didn't show in his body cam. Again, he was making contact. He was making a conversation with me, but his body cam was off. And on that one, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't have a body cam on it. But you have to believe what I'm saying. And he was very aggressive. And I did verbally complain to Sheriff Wilmot. He told me, just go online, file a formal complaint, and we'll have someone to do an investigation and to review, and we'll get an answer to you. So I made a formal complaint about how he was aggressive and how he was doing a favoritism and all that. After I got the body cam, I did that like about a year later. And the answer was, your allegation of favoritism and misconduct was unfounded. I'll show you a copy of it.